It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st and 10. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys.
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Duke Riley. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Second down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Miles Sanders.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough left. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Rams first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff now looks to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Oh, what a move. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Webster. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So that'll back him up 5. Gun, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, and it's 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
To number 17,
Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
6, Eagles 3.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Wentz now on 1st down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Rams.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. 3rd down here.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Ram 1st down as Goff finds Kupp. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the handoff, it's Akers. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Josh Reynolds, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And, oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 35, and he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 29, Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone.
He's got daylight. A quick pass to Kupp. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
26, Eagles 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Wentz going to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20, accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now James returning. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The 20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
22 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10.
Check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, I'm coming.
Now it's gone. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again. Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Goff. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Open is Reynolds. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Reynolds. Touchdown.
4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Better bring it. You better bring it.
You know.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
If you know. That's the reason we ball for.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 6 yards there. First down, L.A.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Goes to the 180. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On the give, this is Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now the 6-year man from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Jackson to return, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 43-yard line.
Watch the pass.
Going right back to Akers. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3rd down.
Goff now to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First down.
But when you think of the Rams and their passing game, sometimes Robert Woods gets overlooked. But if I told you he led the team in targets for the last 2 years and had 139 last year, would you be surprised? Probably. But now with Brandon Cooks gone from the roster, they'll look in his direction maybe even more. And I just love the intensity that he plays the game with.
11 at the Eagles' 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Nickel Roby-Coleman.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 7 yards the pickup. First down, L.A.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hold on.
On first down, Akers. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Sam Sloman now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
To throw, it's Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
By the Rams.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
The ball carrier.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup and let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Shotgun now for Wentz. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
26, Mike, 26.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 34. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5. 1st down, L.A. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Akers. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.